everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Club Divorcee, where we go from broken to blessed together. I am Elizabeth, and I am here with
Angela.
And we're actually hanging out at my house today, which is why
Yeah.
we're doing a virtual thing. So embrace the chaos, right? Is what we always talk about. And embrace my chaos as I have construction workers and friends over. I have people outside. I have an electrician going up and over. And I also have a 115-pound German Shepherd running around here. So if he barks, I'm really sorry. Again, embrace my chaos. This is what we got. This is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it today.
I mean, this is life, right?
It's life. It's single parenting
It's not
life.
all rainbows and butterflies.
No.
This is what we all live with.
No, so we're embracing it. Anyway, today's topic, summer struggles. So, but it's summertime, and summertime is my actual favorite.
I love summer.
You do?
But I do dread summer because I don't get to spend it all with my children.
Yeah, it's so much fun when you think of summertime. Like,
It is.
I don't know what you think about, but I think a lot about the beaches. I think about boating. I think about lakes. I think about bonfires, pools, food on the grill, spicy jalapeno margaritas. I think of all the fun and relaxing things to do. Dale Hollow, Tennessee side, by the way, is my favorite place. It just Lake Sweetwater. I was just there the other day, and it's something peaceful about being out on a boat. It's something peaceful about being in a lake. It's something peaceful about the long amount of sun that we get from like 6 a.m. all the way till
9:30
9.
at night.
Yes.
It's still daylight outside.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And with the pergola that I have now that's coming up over my hot tub, it's like I just can't wait. And I love the fact that there's now a fence in my backyard, and I can open up my patio door and I can have my cup of joe outside on my patio furniture in
I
the
love
mornings
that.
of summertime. Like, that is my favorite. I take my Bible, I take my cup of rise, and I'm just out there. And it's just something so peaceful about the summertime. Absolutely love it.
I do love that part of the summer.
Well, what do you think about when you think of summertime?
I think, I am a children's pastor, so I automatically think vacation Bible school and kids camp. But I also have the summers off from being at school, so I get to spend that time more with my children. And I mean, they're teenagers, so they're not kids, but they're so much fun. We get to build bonfires and we have shrimp boils out on the patio and
Oh, fun.
roast s'mores and eat lots of ice cream. So
Isn't that like your guys' Friday thing or something? Didn't you have like a routine for ice cream?
we do have a thing with ice cream where we wait for it to go on sale at Kroger because it does go on sale. Everybody picks out their little pint of ice cream and then we just eat it straight from the carton.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's our
awesome.
thing.
And that's your
it's fun.
thing.
Yeah.
That is your thing. And it's a
then
great thing to have.
Yeah. And little trips, after camp and VBS are over, we get to have a lot more time together. It's a lot more freedom, and we plan little trips where we go and just little things for us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because when you think of summer break, for kids, it's their freedom. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
homework.
There's
you
no
get
school.
to sleep in, you go to bed later, you go to pools all the time, your friends' houses or your neighborhoods if there's one. Like, you can do anything. It's summertime.
Yeah.
But for single parents, let's face it, it's an Olympic event. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's an Olympic event that requires spreadsheets, carpools, PTO, and about 3 clones if you can do it.
Right.
It takes a lot. And like, it's a lot. It really is. And it's something that not a lot of people talk about. And we juggle it like crazy. And so when someone asks me what I'm doing for the summer, I mean, I simply say, like, I'm surviving. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm surviving. Right. And in fact, my idea of a vacation, because I'm not going on one this summer, I have a kitchen island, and most kitchens have islands now, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take a beach chair and a beach towel. I'm going to put it on my kitchen island with a bottle of vino and my sunglasses. I'm like, that's going to be my vacation. That's the island that I'm going to.
No, you're going to be in your jacuzzi under your pergola, sitting in there drinking your vino.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't let her fool you, people. She's still going to vacation.
Well, I don't know. It's now so hot outside. I actually don't want to heat my hot tub.
Oh,
I think I just want to go dive in it right now.
It is sweltering outside. It is so, and it's supposed to get worse.
I know. But hey, that's what we get for being in Indiana, right? We're in the Midwest.
Bipolar Indiana.
Yes. And then it goes low as 60 degrees and then high as 100. And it's
totally going to feel like 110 on the 4th of July.
Isn't that crazy? And I hope it doesn't rain. I hope it doesn't rain.
I don't know. At this point, a sprinkle might feel good.
But
I'm not looking forward to sitting out there in 110.
oh gosh, yeah, I wouldn't be either. But with the summer though, it's like let's talk about these hidden struggles that people and no one really talk about.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do when you still have an 8 to 5 job? And what do your kids do? Camps.
I do
camps,
wonder
and
that
more
because
camps.
I don't have an 8 to 5. I work at the school during the
Uh-huh.
school year. What do you do?
It-
I mean, I do work at the church, but
yeah.
that's a pretty flexible, come in a couple times a week and get my work done and work from home if I need to.
True. I mean, it's thank God for camps, but it's also a blessing and a curse. But there are camps and more camps and more camps. There's church camps, there's VBS, there's YMCA, there's choir camps, sports camps, and oh my gosh, so many sports and different kinds of
Mhm.
sports camps. There's music camps, there's Boy Scouts, there's Girl Scouts. I mean, there's so many things you got to juggle. And camps, I mean, let's face it, camps usually start at 9 a.m. So what do you do when you have to be at work by 8? That's a struggle. So that's something that people are struggling with. What about one kid has a basketball camp on one side of the town and another kid has a basketball camp or a soccer camp or a swim camp or something on the other side of town? How do you juggle that? And what about the camps when they're done? So VBS ended at noon.
Right? We
What
started
about-
at 9.
Yeah, you guys started at 9.
9 to noon.
Exactly. And then there's other camps out there that end at 3. There's a basketball camp that my son wants to do, and it's from 9 to 3, Monday through Friday, 1 week. I'm like, okay, so what do you do when you have to pick your child up at 3, but again, you work until 5? That's a struggle. Oh, and let's not forget the last minute emails, guys. Oh, by the way, don't forget your child needs to bring a white t-shirt, a swimsuit, a towel, sunscreen, water bottle, lunch, snack, and don't forget the signed waiver tomorrow. OMG. Okay, let's just add that to the plate too, right? And then maybe people feel this. They feel a sense of guilt, like they're not fully present at work or at home because they're constantly juggling all these different things.
Yeah.
And there's so much to go. And it is hard. It is super hard. In these camps, my goodness, like sometimes you feel like your Google Calendar deserves Employee of the Month award.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do without my calendar. And it's like all color coded to who has to be where. And
Yeah, and you probably had to with more than one kid, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to color
they
coordinate
each
everything.
have a they each have a color. Each job has a color.
Oh my gosh. See, I don't know how people do it with more than one kid. I go crazy with just one kid. I don't know how anybody does this. I really don't. Sometimes you think that I don't need a vacation. I need a personal assistant with a driver's license. Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely.
You need
I
a
agree
nanny.
with that one too. You need what?
A nanny.
A nanny. Yes. And it sucks because, half the time we can't afford one. So
Right.
what do you do there? This one I laugh at. Summer camps cost the same as a semester in college. Oh my gosh. So VBS.
Summer camps are expensive.
Yes. VBS, not so much. But when you have basketball camp that's $225, you have my football camps that are coming up for my son. Like those are costing and those add up. And then seriously, it just adds up so much. You kind of feel like you are paying for a semester in college. And
Wow.
but yeah, it is crazy expensive. And then sometimes you're an unpaid Uber driver with a free vending machine inside the car.
No, you brought up Uber. You could get a teen account.
You could, but would you do that to
No,
your
I would
kids?
not do that.
Yeah, I would
mean-
not do that to my son.
No,
don't
I probably
trust 'em.
wouldn't do that. I don't think I could.
No,
I
had
mean,
a
I'm
couple bad
fortunate that I haven't
experiences.
had to deal with any of that,
Yeah,
but I don't think I could. But it is an option.
it is an option, and you'd have to really trust your Uber driver. I had one that I thought was high, and his driving was
What?
so bad. This was years ago because I refused to do Uber, and I don't do Lyft. Is the other one right?
Yeah.
I don't do either one of them. And the way I look at it is, yeah, you could spend the money on one of those drivers because let's face it, a $90 Uber drive is much less than a DUI. That's absolutely true. So if you're in that position, go for it. I would rather use Lyft than Uber because last I checked, Uber don't do criminal background checks on drivers or even inspect the vehicles. And I think with Lyft they do, which makes you feel safer. But at the same
Right.
time, I have a dear friend of mine. She went down to California and it was for a work conference, and the guy rolled up the windows and then started telling her, "Hey, do you smell that? It smells kind of funny." And she was like, no. And she was like, what are you talking about? And just kind of freaky. And so immediately she rolled down her window and stuck her hand out. And she was like, I don't smell anything, but it smells really good outside. And she kept her arm out. And thank God, because he was trying to lock the doors and lock the windows in.
Oh my goodness. That was an Uber?
This was an Uber
Did she
from an
report it?
airport.
Did she
Yes. So what happened was he mentioned it again. He goes, so something's really bad. I need you to roll the window up and take a smell of this. I need your opinion.
Oh.
Immediately goes to a stoplight. Thank God her arm was out. She went around and opened up the car door herself and grabbed her carry-on bag and took off running. And he ran out of the car and he was like, I need you to come back. I need you to come back.
That is very
So
scary.
call the cops. I'm like, she could have been trafficked. Like, this scary things do happen with Uber, not to get on this tangent, but
we
I'm
we
like,
went on a really long tangent.
I don't trust Uber drivers. I'm
Okay,
really
don't-
sorry if you are
maybe don't
one
do
and you're
Uber.
probably one of the good ones, but if you are one of the good ones, please promote yourself because scary things can happen and scary things can happen everywhere. Let's face it. But you basically feel like you are your kids' Uber drivers with a vending machine because your kids always want snacks and you got to have snacks to go from one thing to the next and so on and so on. But you also may feel a little lost, helpless, and may even worry about what even if you might still have your job come August. Like, you don't know because you have to leave work a lot, right? You got to leave work to pick up your kid from one place to take them to another camp to maybe the camp ends at noon. You got to go pick them up at noon and take them somewhere else. Or do you take them to your office? I mean, is your boss going to allow you to do that? I'm very fortunate that my mom works right down the road from me. So Mimi is always to the rescue, and my son loves it because then he will tell me, like, Mimi is picking me up. Okay, I want to go to her office because she's going to order Donatos.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to get a chocolate chip
Well,
cookie.
I'm going to come to Mimi's office too.
I know. Mimi's always to the rescue, and it's been such a blessing. Such a blessing. But I mean, seriously, for those who don't have people to really rely on and those who are surviving their summers, you won't know. And hopefully your boss and your employers will be very supportive of you because, I mean, let's face it, hopefully they have been in a point in their life where they've been there and done that, or maybe they're experiencing it themselves. And so hopefully they are supportive of that. So
I do wonder if people, I mean, my parents both worked when I was in school and my sister were in school. Both of my parents worked 8 to 5 jobs. My dad was in HVAC. He owned his own company. There were a lot of times that he didn't come home till late at night. We didn't have camps to go to. I mean, there was the YMCA camp, and if we were lucky or fortunate, one of our friends was going and we would carpool, but most of the summer we stayed home.
yeah,
Like we were on our own.
I was
and
a
I-
latchkey
and I-
kid.
Yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
how many parents are doing that still. I
Mhm.
think that, I mean, as a single parent and in the position that I'm currently in, I know that I wouldn't be able to send my kids to camp every single week.
I know.
I wouldn't be able to do that. So
Right.
I think if I survived,
You
I did.
survived.
Look at me, I survived.
Yes,
Yeah.
it worked. And I survived. My mom survived. My parents survived. My parents had to work when I was little too. And I was a latchkey kid. I was 8 years old at home with my brothers, both younger than me. One
Mhm.
was an infant. I have one brother who is 8 years younger than me. He's the youngest. And I remember being at home on the summers. Like, I know I wasn't supposed to answer the door. I don't talk to
Oh, yeah.
strangers. I
Don't
don't
answer
answer the
the
phone. You got to be careful and you got to watch out for those things. But I do. I remember making sure there was lunch. I did a bunch of chicken nuggets and like all the
Oh yeah,
little stuff
bologna and
that-
cheese and mac and cheese
Yeah.
in the microwave.
Oh, the mac and cheese for sure. My
Yeah.
brothers loved that too.
I learned how to
So-
cook frozen cookies in the microwave. They
Oh,
were
you
gooey.
did?
You had to eat them. You had to eat them with a spoon.
Oh, but I
But-
remember those days.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, what is the proper age that you leave a kid home? Like, how old would you leave your kids home? Because they're home right now, right? So
They are home right now. They're getting ready to go to youth group.
Uh-huh.
A friend is picking them up, but they are 15 and 13, going to be
Yeah.
14
Oh,
on Wednesday.
my gosh,
14.
14.
Yeah. Well, my ex-husband and I got a divorce, 3 years ago. So that would have put them in 4th grade.
Okay.
4th grade and 6th grade, I think they were. And they had to stay home.
So,
When they got out of school, they had to stay home.
but your oldest was in the 6th grade.
Yes.
Okay. As my kiddo's coming up in the 4th grade. And I look at him and I'm like, you are way too young to be home by yourself.
Mm.
I don't know.
I think at 3rd grade, second and third grade, I started saying, okay, if you guys, well, the Kroger is right up the road. Like,
Yeah.
you can literally ride your bike there. Okay, I'm going to go to Kroger. I'm going to do my grocery shopping. I'll be home.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an hour. I have cameras.
Mm-hmm.
You have phones. You can get a hold of me.
Okay.
I started out like that.
And there goes my dog. Cashy! Cashy, come here. Sorry, guys. My dog. You got construction workers back here. Cashy, come here. Come here, Cash. And yes, my dog's name is Cash, but he's named after Johnny Cash. Hi, baby. Yeah, you be a good boy. He is the... Oh, you got it? There you go. You be a good boy. I think he's going to start barking soon just so he can get a treat. He's a good boy. So yeah, we have cameras too, and we also have a really big German Shepherd. So we're thankful for that. But yeah, it's like, what age? I don't know. I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. But what do you do? What do you do with the struggles? And I know some people, the comments that were left on social media have sent me messages. They were saying things like, I've been there and I've done that. The struggle is real. It's hard. You just got to get through it, and you will get through it. I've had one person say, hey, I think I paid my neighbor's daughter so much that I think I just paid for her first year in college. Because he had to get a babysitter, and that's who he used was their neighbor. But this podcast is probably going to be a little shorter than what it plans. Oh, Cashy. Hey, Cash. Sorry, guys. He's going crazy. Again, this is my security camera here. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so what do? How do we go through these struggles? First and foremost, take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Take a moment for yourself. Close your eyes. You can count down to 4 if you want, but take a deep breath. You can inhale the count to 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Deep breaths. Remember that this is temporary and this too shall pass. And I'm going to dive deeper into that in a little bit later. Next, build a carpool whenever possible. Now, that one is not something I do. Cashy, enough. Thank you, sir. Good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Yeah. Who would have thought the guest speaker today would be my German Shepherd? But embracing the chaos, right? Single parent, people are here, and we got to get projects done. So we're going to keep on keeping on. Building a carpool, though, whenever possible, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I never actually thought about that, and I wouldn't know how to do it personally because I live in a country town versus where my son goes to camps or in a different town.
Yeah, that might be harder for you.
It might be a little challenging, but it is a great idea if you can make it work.
Oh, definitely.
Here's another good one. Meal prep on Sundays. Even if it's just lunches and snacks, a little bit will go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So doing the meal preps is a great, great idea. I know a lot of people probably do it during the school year, but it'll also help you in the summer
that'll
camps.
help you during the summer, yeah.
Absolutely. And the next one is keep an emergency summer bag in the car. It'll have your sunscreen, your beach towels, extra clothes, a water bottle, snacks, chargers. Keep all that in the car because, heaven forbid, you're going to get one of those crazy emails and they'll tell you, don't forget to do that and don't forget to sign that waiver.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Due tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, it's always a good idea. So carry that with you just in case. Keep it in the car. One thing I do want to add is I suggest give yourself permission to lower the bar in your house. It does not have to be spotless every day. It's okay if you skip a day of laundry. It's okay if everything isn't perfect. It's okay. So don't feel like you have to have everything at a high standard 24/7.
Yeah.
And while you're going through the summertime. And the kids are going to be running in and out of the house, probably each other's friends' houses. You're going to have a dog running around the house. And if you're a dog like mine, he's still shedding his winter fur, which is super crazy because I Swiffer 3 times a day in this house. And it drives me nuts. But give yourself permission to that. Lower the standard of it, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Just give yourself grace.
When school let out, I go into full VBS planning mode. My house was not clean for about 3.5 weeks.
Was it really?
Oh, my gosh. And then we have VBS. And I know it's from 9 to noon, but since I'm directing it, I don't get to leave at 12:15 after everybody breaks and goes home. Like, I wasn't getting home until 4. And then I did pick up another job this summer. So
you did.
then I would go and work. And I'm like, oh, my house was a disaster. But while the kids were at youth camp this past week, I was able to get that clean.
Oh, well, good for you. Did
Yeah,
the girls
you have
help
to
you?
Oh no, they were at youth camp.
Okay. So tell me about this youth camp because they actually go away.
It was
for
a
a while,
sleepaway
right?
camp. Yeah, it was church camp. So they were there
Okay.
for 5 days and building friendships and experiencing the Lord at a deeper level. And it's a really great experience.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
So I had 5 days to myself.
What did you do?
I
Because
worked.
it's summertime. You
I
worked.
worked. Yeah, I worked.
Okay.
But I did clean.
Yeah. But I remember when our church was talking about it, it's an expensive camp too.
It is an expensive camp. It is.
And-
$300 for 5 days
For one person?
per person.
Per
Yes.
person. $300 per person. Like I'm saying, it really does make you feel like sometimes
And I
it's-
mean,
you're
if
paying
you
for
have
college
multiple
tuition.
kids,
Yes.
that's a lot of money.
That is. We
Yeah.
have one family that has 4 kids and all 4 go.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
all-
gosh.
3 of them went, but the other family, 4 of them go. Yes.
Wow. See,
I mean, that is
that's a lot.
outrageous.
it's a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So here's another thing that it tells you to do. And this is my biggest struggle. I will admit this. It encourages you, do not be afraid to ask for help. Friends, grandparents, neighbors, and other camp parents often want to help. It's my hardest. I really struggle with that one. I am the kind of person that want to try and get it all together and do it all together. And it could be a pride thing. It can be a sense of accomplishment. It can just be a sense of, I feel bad about asking people for help.
Mhm.
And when my mom / Mimi was to the rescue for VBS that
Mhm.
week, oh my gosh, it was such a saving grace. I don't know what I would do without her. But I felt terrible getting on my phone and be like, okay, I need your help this week. Mom, can you help me?
I mean, there's a
Mom,
reason
can
why they say it takes a village.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But
you
it is
have to
true.
reach out. I mean, it's just you.
Yeah,
I mean, you do have your ex-husband, but he also works. So,
he does. And
you know, like,
gosh, do you remember last year VBS?
oh, yes,
Oh
I
my
do remember last
gosh.
year's VBS.
Talk about stressful. My ex refused to drive to the church, which was right across the street from his YMCA camp that's at the school. Refused just to go across the street. So my ex would drive him to the YMCA camp that was at the school, like 7:30, 8 a.m. And then I had to go to the school at 8:40 a.m. to then go to the church
Mhm.
so he can go to VBS at 8:45, and he's there from 9 to noon. And then I had to figure out how I was going to pick him up. There were days that I had to pick him up last year at noon, take him back across the street to camp so then I can go to work. Like, it was just a
I think
nightmare.
you're leaving out a really important detail about last Vacation Bible School.
What about it?
You had just had surgery.
Oh, yeah, I did. I just had heart surgery. That was, yeah, you're right.
I remember you walking
It's
in.
so bad, I forgot about
I was
it.
like,
I had heart surgery.
Should you be walking?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I had heart surgery.
That's just a little minor detail.
Just minor, just minor. Yeah, it was heart surgery, you know, one of the biggest organs that you actually need in life. But I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, so even including that, I had to still go to across the street to pick him up, to take him across the street to go to VBS, and then 3 hours later go back to church to pick him up, to then take him back across the street because it was too inconvenient for his dad. And those were on his days. My days, I had to make it work, right? And I wasn't working a lot anyway because of my heart surgery.
Right.
But it was a nightmare. And this year, I was so thankful. He actually drove to the school and dropped him off 2 days.
You
And
did.
I heard a kind of funny story
Yes.
that he refused to get out of the car. But, well, you kind of have to. When it comes to dropping off the kids and picking up the kids, you have to get out of the
drop
car.
your kid off. I'm sorry.
But-
It's the rules.
Well, yeah, but
We
even
had
my
to-
son knew. He ran out to the door and he was like, Dad, you have to come in.
I mean, we just want to make sure your kids are safe and that they're going home with who they're supposed to go home with.
Yeah, I mean, there's policies happen for a reason, right?
Yes.
So, and you're
there are
being
reasons
safe.
why there are policies.
Yes, exactly. So you have to be safe. It was just. But I remember the security guy at church
Yes.
who does come to our podcast. And hi, and thank you so much
Shout out to
for
Mark.
coming. Yes, Mark, you're awesome. But it was so funny. He had to actually tell my ex, no, you have to come in and get him. And
Yeah.
Austin was like, yeah, Dad. And he runs back into
And then he runs
sanctuary.
back into the sanctuary. He's like, come and find me, Dad.
It was so funny. But I mean, thank God it got a little bit easier this year, but it is a struggle. It really is. And I really struggle with asking for help I suck at it. I'm terrible at it still to this day. And I know like there was a time I was tempted to ask you. I was like, can you take him across the
Yeah,
street
because I
2
was like,
days?
hey, I can take him across the street, no
Yeah.
problem.
And
I
I
mean, I don't
just-
walk out right at noon, but
Yeah.
I can just get him right over there.
And I felt bad even asking you.
But you shouldn't.
And it's like, you're one of my dear friends
I
and you're the
know.
host on this. And I feel bad even asking you
But
to do
you
things.
shouldn't.
But that's the funny thing.
Oh, you
I
need to work
break
on
it.
that.
I know. And I know I'm not alone. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are really struggling when it comes to single parents. But that is just like the biggest one. Like, don't be afraid to, even though I know it's not easy to do.
It's really, really hard to ask for help.
It is.
I think for some people, it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a person that wants to ask for help.
Yeah.
But I mean, tonight I couldn't be here and have my kids going to youth group. I had to call somebody and be like, would you mind picking my kids up?
And they're absolutely cool with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're driving right by the house.
Okay. And that's awesome too. So it's a food for thought to really think about like, okay, don't feel like you're being a burden to their lives because they're probably more than happy to do it for you.
Right.
Right.
And I would do it for them.
Yeah. And there you go. That's a good friendship. That's a
Yeah.
great way to look at it too. I don't know. It's my personal struggle. I know I'm bad at it. So I know I'm not the only one, but
No, you're not the only one. And it's definitely something I've
not.
had to learn, especially being a single parent.
yeah,
It's something I've had to learn.
that is actually true. It is I think a learning thing, but it's a hard one. It's a hard one. So those are the tips and tricks on how to get through this. So here's some food for thought that I wanted to share. Before I share any of this, is there anything that you wanted to mention?
Well, I think I've got a couple of points here.
Perfect. Go for it.
I think stability is really important when it comes to schedule changes.
Mhm.
Kids rely on predictability. They rely on consistent expectations. They want to know what's coming next. I mean, like my kids are always like, okay, what's the plan for the day? Like, and usually we talk about that at dinner time. Like, what's the plan for tomorrow? What are we doing?
Okay.
But I mean, I work a lot, so they want to know, like, what are we doing? Where are we going? And they want to feel safe in both homes. So I think that keeping open communication and letting your kids know what's coming and what's expected helps them feel more stable. You know, like they
Yeah.
do need to, and they don't have the stability of the routine school schedule. So the summer is different.
Mm-hmm.
So they need that.
That's a good one.
I think, do you have it written in your parenting plan that you have to communicate the summer schedule early? Do you have a deadline?
So, I mean, we follow the Indiana parenting timing guidelines. So I think it states that in there. Like if you plan vacations, for example, you have to
Mhm.
plan them and communicate that so much time. I think by Easter, maybe. or
Mine has to be
something.
communicated to me by April 1st.
Okay, so April 1st. I
Like
was
he
thinking
has,
something.
it's in my decree
Okay,
that whatever his plans are for the summer, he has to notify me by April 1st.
gotcha.
And I have to do the same for him. Like I have to
Uh-huh.
let him know when is a VBS, when are the camps coming up.
Okay,
My kids usually try to go with me. They go to youth camp and then they want to go to kids camp. So
okay.
yeah, April 1st deadline.
So do the girls, do they have 1 month with you and 1 month with their dad? If that was the original case right now, I guess I
Like,
should say.
right
I
now,
know things
that's
are a
not the
little
case.
different, but
He did work. So our schedule is a little different this summer, but when
Yeah.
he was during his summer employment, he was working. He would usually try to plan 1 to 2 vacations with the kids. And then he
Okay.
knows like this is our life. Like I'm a children's pastor. We do VBS, we do the camps. And he knows that the girls want to be a part of that. So
Okay.
he's not going to try to take away from that. And
okay.
there was one year that he did, and I think he got a lot of wrath from the kids for that.
Okay.
So he knows, like, okay, you tell me when their things are. And then I think he does try to plan his time with them around that. And then, of course, he would have his Wednesday nights and every other weekend,
Mhm.
but he wouldn't get them for a month because he's working. So I
Okay.
think he does realize, like, they'd rather be at home with mom.
Gotcha. Well, I know in Indiana parenting timing guidelines and
Mhm.
all other states' parenting timing guidelines, they kind of change. But I remember reading in there that if they wanted to, you can do 1 month with one parent and the other
Right.
month with the other parent.
That
It's-
is part of his plan,
yeah.
but mine doesn't really follow that.
No, and neither
And
do
that's
we.
okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, for your consistency's sake, as you just mentioned,
Yeah.
we continue throughout the whole year doing our classic 2-2-5-5.
Yeah.
We don't even do the 1 week on, 1 week off yet. Like he's at the age where we could, but it's for his consistency.
right.
we keep 2255. So, okay,
Yeah.
very good.
So
What else?
I think following the parenting plan, summer isn't the time to rewrite the custody agreement every week. So you got to respect your court orders.
Right.
I mean, just because it's summer doesn't mean those court orders go out the window. Like
So
you
true.
still got to stick with those. Be
Absolutely.
flexible when appropriate. Don't feel guilty for maintaining a healthy boundary.
Okay.
I mean, you got to be flexible. I've had to be flexible. But I also have to put my boundaries down.
Mhm.
Yeah. And put all agreements in writing.
Okay.
If you're going against your court order, you better get it in writing.
Exactly.
Don't,
Absolutely have to get that in writing.
yeah. If you've decided to waiver on something that's already in black and white in that court document,
I want to get something in writing.
get it in writing.
And there he goes, Cashy Bear. Hey, it's okay. Hey, Cashy Bear. Nope, here we go. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Again, I'm trying to make this work. Balance. Here. Balance here, Cashy. Balance. Yeah, you be a good boy. You be a good ADT. Yes, you are. You're a good ADT. So, well, do you have anything else real quick?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I wanted to give a little food for thought here to think about. Maybe some words of encouragement also. And then I wanted to close with actually a song lyric that I was going to read to you guys. So if you had anything else before I go on, you're welcome to.
I don't know what's your food for thought.
Okay. So I'll do the food for thought and then
Okay,
I'll let you talk.
go ahead.
So first, if you're holding down a full-time job, if you are getting your kiddos where they need to be, and you're keeping food on the table, and you're loving them well, and even if everything feels chaotic, you're doing a better job than you think. So give yourself some grace, okay?
Yeah.
Also, single parenting. And this summer, it isn't about having it all together. It really isn't. Cash, come on, babe. Hey, Cashy. Yep, still got people working outside. Okay, so let me say this again. Single parenting in the summer isn't about having it all together. It's about doing 1,000 little things no one sees or talks about. If you're exhausted, you're not failing. You've probably been carrying more than anyone sees. So give yourself some grace. Again, give yourself some grace. Summer isn't about creating a Pinterest perfect memory. It's about creating real ones. Years from now, your kids probably won't remember if you've packed the best organic snack, or if you didn't go on a vacation, or if you did go on a vacation, it wasn't the most elaborate vacation. And even if it was elaborate, say you went somewhere like Cabo or you went somewhere like Paris, your kids at a young age, they may not actually value a vacation like that. And all set aside, whatever it is that they will remember is that you showed up. That's what they're going to remember. They're
Yeah.
going to remember their parents, their parent. They're going to remember you. So don't worry about doing this whole Pinterest perfect vacation
Right.
or this season of a summer. It's not that big of a deal to them, really. You being there is a big deal. And here comes Cashy again. Oh, anyway.
I think
Cashy.
just creating those magical experiences with your kids. The kids are going to remember the connection more than the expensive vacation. Like you can do a movie night, you can do ice cream runs, do backyard water balloons, reading together and cooking dinner. Like I know the girls and I, we like to read books, and we do the library reading program. So we have times where we all sit down and we read, and or sit out on the patio and do things like that. Just creating those memories that are low key, very inexpensive, but they're just as memory. They're more memorable.
Totally.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. Well, I know this podcast is a little bit shorter than what I normally talk about. Embracing the chaos, and maybe it's a good thing because my dog is playing security guard as all these people are walking all around my house and in my attic right now too, for that matter. So it's crazy, but it's a good crazy. Embrace it, right? I'm going to read the lyrics of this song, And this is what I want to conclude it with. So, as stressed out as you are, as hectic as it can be, for those who have been there and done that, because I know there's a lady, Rebecca, that I was talking to this week, and she's a very, very sweet lady. I'm dying to meet her. She's been there and done that and had some good conversations. But for those of you who are struggling with it now, here's something to really think about. And I'm going to read the lyrics to you, and then I'll tell you the title of this song and see if it resonates with anybody. And my Cash might be barking a little bit here and there too as he continues to ruin the moment. Hey. She was staring out the window of their SUV, complaining, saying, I can't wait to turn 18. She said, I'll make my own money and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school, and she kissed her head and said, I was just like you. You're going to miss this. You're going to want this back. You're going to wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are the good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it, but you're going to miss this. Before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in her one-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She said, it'll do for now. Starts talking about babies and buying a house. And daddy shakes his head and says, baby, just slow down. Because you're going to miss this. You're going to want this back. You're going to wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are the good times. So take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're going to miss this. 5 years later, there's a plumber working on the water heater. Dogs barking. Go figure. Phone's ringing. One kid's crying, one kid's screaming. And she keeps apologizing. Been there, done that, right? He says, they don't bother me. I've got 2 babies of my own. One is 36. One is 23. I said, it's hard to believe, but you're going to miss this. You're going to want this back. You're going to wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are the good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're going to miss this. You're going to miss this. Yeah, you're going to miss this. So if anyone has never heard this song or is not a country fan, but I am a country fan, this is a song titled You're Gonna Miss This, and it was by Trace Adkins. And I wanted to conclude with that because it's so true. You might be going berserk. You might be having a dog running around your house barking like crazy at the same time. You're going to have kids going to camps, and you're probably going to have a boss who's going to be so mad at you that you don't know you're going to have a job. You might have a bill that you might have to pay later because you have to take time off of work because you got to take your kids somewhere. But one thing that really resonates is like, so what? So what? Embrace the time with your kids because they're not going to be here very long. They're going to go. Whether they're here 50% of the time or whether you have them full time. Eventually, they're going to grow up. So embrace the moment. Who cares if you're going to get fired? Maybe that boss just wasn't the good boss to have. And maybe God has another door that's opened up for you. And things happen for a reason. So embrace your chaos. Embrace the love. Be with them. Enjoy the summer. No matter what you guys do, you're going to make your own memories. And that's what's the important part to have. But take it for granted. Enjoy every moment because you will miss this someday. And that's what I wanted to conclude with. It's a beautiful song, but it's oh so true. And I know you don't have to like country music to like that song, but just listen to the lyrics. So soak it in. But that is one thing I wanted to include. I mean, time is your most precious commodity. You can't get it back no matter how much you want to. It's not going to happen. So enjoy it now. Embrace it now. So that's what I wanted to conclude with. Okay. Is there anything you wanted to conclude?
No.
Okay. So this is actually a little bit shorter of a podcast than what we think we've ever had. But I mean, it would be great because, you know, my dog is finally laying down and not barking and things are getting done. So anyway, thanks for joining us. We are going to close in prayer. And if you guys want to stick around and pray with us, you are invited. If not, thank you so much for attending, and we hope you go and make it matter and make it an awesome rest of your weekend.
Okay. Lord, we're just thankful for all of the listeners that are joining us live and that will be listening at a later date. And if this resonates with them, Lord, we just pray that they find solace in you, that they don't stress about the schedules and stress about getting their kids from one point to the next, that they find solace in just being with their kids and creating those memories, the ones that are really going to stick, that are going to be lifelong memories that the kids are going to tell as adults to their children around the table. We pray for those moms or dads that are trying to do it on their own, that it really does take a village, that they will find their people, that they will find their village, whether it's grandparents or neighbors or someone that's just at the camp that their kids are attending, that they'll reach out, that they'll swallow their pride, that they will ask for help because single parenting is hard. We can't do it alone, and we definitely can't do it with the help of others coming alongside us and without you. Lord, we are so thankful for this time of as we get ready to celebrate the 4th of July, that we will make those memories with our kids. And until next time, amen.
Amen.